Let's get started. This is
In the Gutter Podcast, bitch.
Let Me Hear You Scream.
Let's get crazy!
It just happens. I'm not good. I don't take care of myself. I'm stressed out. This shit is going off. I don't drink water, dude. My body is a mess.
And we're back with the In the Gutter Podcast. It's episode 106. What's up, everybody? Kenny Capozzi, Sean Sorrow.
And I'm your host with the most, Big D, a.k.a. Big Dizzle.
Big Drizzle.
Back at it like crack addicts, folding these hoes like Craftmatics is in the motherfucking podcast, man.
How about that new drop and shit brought to us? Right? Let's get crazy.
Yeah, how'd you guys like the new drop? You know what I'm saying? We got a new intro for you hoes. You know what I'm saying? Trying to spice up our visuals and shit. You know?
Getting funky in this motherfucker.
It's a little loud at times, the intro.
So are we. Shut the fuck up already.
I think it came out pretty
No,
pretty
it did
good.
came out good. That was a good job. You did a good job on that.
I appreciate it. Well, thank you.
Very, very nice. Very nice.
Yes, you got the children screaming. Hope none of them got hurt.
Well, you know, it didn't sound. They didn't sound like they were in pain. They sounded ecstatic. You know. Well, yeah.
Epstein playing.
You think so? Maybe if they were going down, they're like, "Ooh, we didn't make it to the island." Yeah.
It was the Epstein choir.
Just fucking. I don't know. Do you think the Epstein choir can sing, or is it just ball gags?
I think it's just helpless cries.
I don't know what it is, but it ain't no children's choir. So.
That's a shit show. Fucking oof. I don't know, man.
He definitely killed himself, though.
I think so. I mean, why wouldn't he kill himself? I mean, I would kill myself if I was in that position. I don't think.
Well,
Why would he get
white
murdered?
guy stuck on Rikers Island. He was in Rikers, right?
I think so.
Yeah, kill yourself, nigga.
Just fucking give it up.
Yeah, give it up, smooth.
You ain't one of us, kid. You ain't fucking shaking on the
I
floor.
don't think like if you got sentenced to like 25 years, would you just suck it up and say, "Oh, this is my life for the next 25 years," or would you just kill yourself? I'd probably take the easy route and kill myself. Am I gonna read books for the next 25 years?
Maybe fuck a couple guys. I don't know. Live a little, Sean.
That's a hard acceptance.
Maybe hard dick.
I don't know.
In a hard cell.
I definitely
terrible.
do my time.
Yeah, I mean, you do think about it. 20, 65. You get out at 65.
I guess after
you're retired.
I guess after like the first like year, you're used to it. I guess.
Well, and like speaking of that, like 6ix9ine just got out and he's just flaunting the fucking snitch life, like
millions of followers.
and he's gonna
To
land on his
Instagram Live,
feet.
right?
But I mean, you look at like Tim Allen land on his feet, right? I mean, he straight up he got caught with a bunch
Tim
of coke.
Allen's not a part of the black culture.
No, but it's the same idea.
Wait, Tim Allen got caught with coke and ratting on people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Oh yeah, like a lot of coke. Like
Really?
he should have did a lot of time. Yeah. That's what he was doing. Real. He did do time, but not like he should have.
He was handing out benefit 1000s or whatever to the DA and the motherfucking judge and shit.
No, he straight up told, like, they were like, "Where'd you get it?" And he was like, "Fucking whoever." You know what I mean? And then I don't know what happened, but they went and got them, and he.
Well,
that's what happens.
This is what tells you like there's a cultural difference. Tekashi 6ix9ine is a part of a whole different culture.
Wait, hold on. So you're saying are you trying to say that black people are more accepting of snitches in their culture?
What are you talking about?
Well, what I mean is
Tekashi 6ix9ine is actually Mexican.
Well, I
You
just
said Tim Allen can just walk around and do whatever after he snitched.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know if
he's
he
not-
could have
you know
did
why?
it
Tim
then.
Allen's on the hood.
You know
dude,
why?
like-
Because
know what I
he's
mean?
not in the rap culture. He's not in the hip hop culture.
No.
So you mean regular white guys don't snitch all the time?
Of course they do. Dude, who was the guy? Barboza was from East Boston? I think it was like, we're talking mob
I
shit,
tell you
right?
right now, I
Hold
bet
on, wait.
most people would fold.
First guy in the witness protection program was from here, was
a
from the
very-
Boston mob. They
Let him talk.
blew his fucking brains out in California. They found out who he was. They went to his house and they fucking murdered that guy because that's what should happen. Do you know what I mean? Like those are the like you're in the mob or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that's big deal shit. Yeah. Like you're not you know. And these are guys that were just like down Maverick Square here in Eastie. Do you know what I'm saying? Like so, it's like it was Animal. It was man, I wish I knew. I read all these books, but this is legit. This is legit shit. I'm talking. It was either. Animal, I think they call him the Animal dude. He was a hitman, and he was the first guy in the witness protection program, and they so that's what I'm saying. It's not like if you're white and you snitch, there's no repercussions. It's not like they're not going to try to hit you.
No,
they're going to try to hit you.
But that's a mob culture.
So it's the same idea, gangsta culture. Yeah, no, you're right. That's a good point.
Depends on who you snitch on, first of all.
Yeah, like look at
snitching a guy that's selling coke or whatever. I'm
yeah, all that shit sucks all the time.
I'm assuming that
there's some gangster shit.
Yeah,
you moving fucking keys or whatever. That's some fucking. That's
have you ever seen somebody try to play bartender and
get it all on video and shit?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
to be honest, the last few of those I opened were the same thing, and not even just from different stores. Yeah, I get home and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You motherfucker shook that up on me.
Yeah, it's not that serious though.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. No, all right, but like the snitching
but no,
shit.
So go back to the snitching shit. Like let's clarify some shit. Tim Allen snitched in the 70s.
Or 80s maybe. I'm not sure exactly when.
70s or 80s or whatever. Cocaine dealer.
Mm-hmm.
He got off.
He did some time. But look, my dad's friend got caught. Somebody set him up, right? This is legit. I'm not going to throw the guys somebody set him up to go make a play, and it was for a lot of coke, like 20 grand, right? I don't know what that is, you know, key, 2 keys, whatever it was at the time in the early 90s. And when he got set up, he fucking got arrested, state police, undercover. He got 19 years mandatory in Massachusetts. 19 years mandatory. No good time. No good time. So it's like, that's a long fucking time. But they wanted him to say something. Do you know what I mean? They were like, well, if you don't want to fucking play ball, good luck taking it to the hoop. You know what I mean? And then when he didn't, right. You know what I'm saying? And then he took it, you know, and fucking.
So let me ask you this. If so, given the circumstances or whatever, I feel like, you know, you shouldn't snitch on your boys.
No, you play the game, you play by the rules.
People that are down for you, yeah, you play the game, you play by the rules. The people that are down for you, you ride or die with.
And you should get taken care of.
Yeah, for the people that
that you're covering. 100%.
Right.
You should be taken fucking care of all day.
Now, to play devil's advocate real quick, in Tekashi's case, the people that he was riding with weren't taking care of him.
No, it didn't seem like they were.
Well, but they were going to kidnap his mother.
Yeah, that's not your friends.
I don't even think that's somebody.
Was this after the fact or no?
No, this is like Wyatt Dern. Yeah, I think it's had something to do with.
He ended up getting caught eventually. The feds ended up taking him in eventually because they were planning on killing him.
Right, but do you think the feds came to him and they were like, "Hey"?
They said.
I mean, they might have played the wiretap for all I know. You know what I'm saying?
They said that they did.
You know what I mean?
They told him, but they told him what was happening. He said, "Nah, I'm good." And then come to find out that they were going to try to kill him. So when he found out that they was going to try to kill him, I'm assuming that's when the police came in,
intervened
and everything, and stopped, you know, him from dying. Can you focus up over here?
He's getting there. I gotta get my mind right, boss. Right. My mind right.
So in Tekashi's case, it's more so like.
Dude, it's either me or him. It's funny. It's still funny. If you play this back, it's like one side, like half this thing. It's like, oh, Sean, get this kid away from me, and then I'd be like, oh, Kenny, get this kid away from me. So you playing two ends against the middle.
Do you address I had an alcohol problem earlier?
No, it's not that. It's not that. I just rather you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just
it doesn't matter. But anyway, back to what we was talking about. You know, Tekashi or whatever. Like in his situation, your boys are plotting to kidnap your mother.
But these can't.
Not only that though, but he pretty much bought. He was like buying friends. Like
no,
who buy? I mean,
he's not really from the hood. That dude, is he? Like,
maybe, probably, very could be.
Like a street dude.
I mean,
He doesn't seem like it's.
No,
look
he
at that
doesn't.
dude. What the kind of music he's making? What are you talking about, dude?
He seems like a street guy, but
I mean, he looks like My Little Pony.
But that's
he-
the outside.
you know.
That's the outside appearance. You just talking about rainbow hair and shit like that or whatever. But at the end of the day, or whatever, you gotta think about it.
Yeah, you don't run with people like that.
You got people or whatever that you fucking with, and they're not taking care of you. What do you think's gonna happen if he gets jammed up? If you're not if you're not taking care of him, what the fuck makes you think that he's gonna sit there and show loyalty to you?
No, he'd be an idiot.
That's the dumbest shit ever.
But it's just like, then don't
that's the mistake
involve
that
yourself with those people.
Yeah, but at the same time, the gang shouldn't involve themselves with him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's
It goes both ways.
so.
It's
So that's like going back to like the mob shit, right? When you go back to the mob shit, like with what happened with like Bulger and the Patriarch, like here and like Prince Street, all that shit. The Italian mob had everything straight, right? And then they got Whitey Bulger running shit out of Winter Hill, right? Now his brother is the Senate president.
right.
Legit. So now these dudes are over in the North End talking like, hey, this dude, he's running his thing, his brother, we probably got an in with the government. Meanwhile, like, dude, you're Italian. You know what I mean? Like, you think these guys, like, they're Irish, you know what I mean? Like, even though they're the same, they're, like, fucking with you because, you know, you're the mob, you know what I'm saying? But it's like to think, for them to think, like, he would, you know, his brother's the fucking Senate president. You can't, like, that was like a slip up on their part, just like you're saying. Like, the gang should have known better, just like the mob should have known better. Like, you know what I mean?
Listen,
Most people slip up.
a wolf is a wolf, right?
You can only keep this shit going for too long.
A wolf.
Yeah.
A wolf hanging with dogs is just gonna get you fleas. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you shouldn't look. If you're a street dude or whatever, stick with the grimy, disgusting street people that you know.
Yeah, but no one wants to live there.
Yeah, but they live.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but no one like.
And they're doing. And the thing is like.
But like,
those
if you
type of-
come from the street, you want to move up and move out.
No, of
you know what
course,
I'm saying?
of
So you
course,
don't want to be like, you know what I mean?
But they were eating. They were making money off him. It's not like he wasn't making no money.
Nah. Oh, he was making money.
If your goal as the gang was to get this little kid, make money off of him, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Your goal was accomplished. Now when you start being greedy, you start doing the extra shit, you're treating them foul.
Yeah, how you
Guess
gonna
who's
treat him
gonna roll
foul?
on
He's
you?
making you dope.
It's just like if I'm out in the street and I'm selling dope. If you got a drug dealer that's selling dope and he's fucking up all the fiends.
Right. And then he's fucking up the package
He's
a
fucking up
couple
the
times, and then
package.
you go back to the
He's-
man, and
he's
you're like,
fucking up the
and he's like,
package.
nah, I can't give you that, even though he's moving
He's
weight.
beating all the fiends up and shit. You think the fiends gonna somebody's gonna inform on him.
Yeah.
100%.
Now
Oh, yeah.
the guy that's out there showing love, giving deals on the bags and shit.
Oh.
Fiends are in love
He'll
with him.
still
That's like-
still get it too.
He'll still get it
He'll
too.
still get it too. It's terrible, dude.
It's-
I used to think it was 8 out of 10 people will sell you out. Now I'm thinking closer to 9.
no, when you
I
deal-
think
when
it's
you're
closer
dealing
to
with
9.
drugs like that,
Even with
junkies,
your, like
forget
on
about
the
it.
street, I'm talking street shit. I used to think like 8 out of 10 people will sell you out, but now I really feel like it's closer to 9.
Yeah.
It's closer. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. But that's what you got to know. Like, you got to be on your shit. You got to be a wolf, be straight, know what you're doing, and know when you. Hey, look, I'm fucking with these kids. I'm just a risk I'm taking. You know what I'm saying? It just makes it.
It's like both of them
And
play.
you got to be able to accept the consequences from the risk you're taking.
Well, that's the thing. You can't go
Well, that's
flip
the
on
thing.
your
Hold on.
connects because some fucking retard.
That's what we're saying, Sean. If you were aware, what we're saying is that basically, you know, either way you choose a side or whatever, you rock with that. You feel what I'm saying? The gang already knew that he was a mark. You feel what I'm saying? So why bring him into the gang? You know
Yeah, it was
what I'm saying?
unnecessary.
Why? That's unnecessary. It's
Could have
not-
just
it's
left him
pointless.
on the sideline. Like, what do they call
He's
the
not-
biker
he's not-
gangs?
He's not the gang, but we affiliated.
What is a when you're going to be like a hell? You're a prospect.
A prospect,
You're a
right.
pro. So they could have just left him like a prospect. You know what I mean? Had give him a little shit that was going, but there's no
I
reason
don't
to
know,
fuck
dude.
with him.
He's making hit records and songs and shit. He had the opportunity to get out of that shit.
Out of what?
No.
The
So
gang
No, but
life
that's
and shit.
why he was
would
making-
You stick, why
But
would
he
you
ended
stick
up
with it?
doing that. He ended up before he ended up getting locked up. From what I understand, he fired all of his team,
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah,
his
because
management, everything, and then because the people that were managing him and doing the business with him were the same
they were
ones that
fucking
wanted
him.
to fuck him
They were
over.
fucking him.
So I can understand why he did it. I don't agree with why he did it.
Right, but that's just business in general.
Right.
In business in general, in life is rough. Life is cruel. If you're not sharp, someone will take advantage of you. It's just bottom
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
line, dude. And they're an asshole, and you're an idiot, but it's is what it is. You know what I mean?
don't be
It's just
caught
like
slipping.
you got caught slipping, dog. You know what I mean? And you need to be sharp and on your fucking game so you don't get caught slipping. Like sometimes you can get caught slipping and be like, yeah, I knew it was gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like these dudes made money. You know, so they could have known. Like, I'm not worried about it.
Speaking of slipping, Tekashi, just to stay on subject, he ended up taking a picture at his home, and a girl recognized the balcony that he took the picture on. Now Tekashi,
Oh, see, this is how that other dude got fucking rocked, dude.
when he came home, they didn't put him in like a witness protection. He didn't want witness.
Well, he just went
protection.
right back to like New York and shit.
He just landed.
home.
He just landed to a town. In
Well,
New
he
York.
must have figured all the other dudes are in jail. Fuck it.
No, they threw him in a town in New York. I think it was. Long
I don't think
Island.
he was that bright, anyways. First of all,
Well, he's very bright. Do you see his hair?
They threw him in a town in New York. I think it was Long Island. A girl found the joint and then ended up leaking his address online.
Oh, of course.
He ended up moving that same day.
I would hope so.
You know, I think
Who's it? Who just got in California?
Smoke.
Pop
Pop
Smoke,
Smoke.
dude. And that was because the
R.I.P. to Pop
same
Smoke.
fucking shit, dude. Social media, someone seen the shit, and they were like, the dude was bragging, like, yeah, I got all this shit, and this gangs dude was like, yo, I'm gonna go get
not
it.
for nothing. Though, you would think back to just like Tekashi 6ix9ine for a second. You would think he would change the color of his hair and shit.
I mean, he might have. I don't
He's
know.
still
I didn't
walking
see the
around
shit.
like fucking.
So you think him changing the color of his hair is
At
gonna
least
get rid
change
of
your
that?
identity. to something
I
higher
seen
for
that
people.
picture of
that's
him
gonna
fresh
get rid
out.
Do you think that's gonna get rid of the
Big fucking
6ix9ine
shit on his face, dog.
tattoo on his face? Oh yeah.
is that-
6ix9ine has a haircut.
Yeah.
That's all that's gonna happen. Like it's not that serious. At the end of the day, what's gonna happen to him is gonna happen to him. It is what it is.
He'll be fine. The dude's gonna be fine. He's like the white Tim Allen.
Right.
I mean, whatever he is, Mexican, fucking Brooklyn, or whatever. The
Security
dude's good.
will be with him heavy, and whatever.
But it promotes
What does it promote?
that you can do that you can bend the rules. You could be not a stand-up guy and still land on your feet. And I guess it doesn't. I guess that's how it is anyway. I guess that's just life in
most
general.
stand-up guys land on their feet.
But I
Most.
think
No. I'm saying you could be not a
But
stand-up
a stand-up
guy.
guy is just a guy that doesn't snitch.
No. But there's more to it than that. It's just
There's more to it than that.
You know what I mean? It's just like It's
It
just,
doesn't teach you. I don't think it teaches the young. I don't like for me.
This is what I'm trying to
because
say.
Because I grew up in a different era, I look at it a little bit differently. But to the youth, they're looking at it like, look, that's not your homeboys. These people tried to fuck you over, so it's all gloves off when somebody's trying to fuck you over.
True.
So that's what it's teaching the youth. So basically, the youth is just like, yo,
No, they don't want to
it.
fuck with that.
I'm not fucking with nobody that's gonna do me dirty like that. If
When
you
that's
my
it-
man, you my man. But if you gonna do me dirty, I'm gonna do you dirty too. It's like eye for an eye.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there is
Yeah,
no,
but that doesn't breed camaraderie. Or like, it's like that doesn't get people
no,
together.
but-
Because I mean, granted, you should think like that. You should have like a, yo, is this dude trying
No,
to
it's
fuck
an
me?
eye for an eye mentality.
You know what I mean?
But what I'm saying is like it's an eye for an eye mentality, but you are loyal to the ones that are loyal to you.
Yeah. People
Period.
people grow up in families that their parents fuck them. You know what I mean? Never mind like their kids fucking their parents, like their parents, like, you know what I mean? Like they're just shitty
Right.
people.
Yeah.
Like these ain't even people that are like, you know, what we're like where it's street shit. Like you're talking to kids that just grew up in homes where like they had a rough time just because their parents were fucking robbing them. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's so it's like I feel like if it helps kids think like they don't want to fuck with people like that, I guess it's a good thing. But I'm still like, you know,
I'm just taking like what the youth will probably take. From
Which
it. They're not
I-
gonna look at it from the perspective of from an old nigga's lens. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. So I
So you
mean,
think what snitching is acceptable nowadays?
well,
no, it's not
you know,
that, no. Snitching is not acceptable.
right.
But what I'm saying is
This is
that
like a loophole.
it's a loophole if this is, and I'm not saying this is my views. I'm just saying that kids are gonna look at it like, look, if it was really my man's, you would have never did me dirty.
Right.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't have put him in a position where he felt like his back was against the wall, you're going to kill him. So if he just got to talk to the feds or whoever
Yeah,
the fuck
like,
he's
you
going to
don't-
talk to.
You don't ever want to make nobody feel like that.
No. Especially if you
If
know what
you're
I
in
mean?
the streets or whatever and you fucking with somebody, you want it to be all love. And you know what I'm saying? That now the real dirty shit is when somebody's being stand up to you and then you turn around to the police and do some dirty shit like that.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
that's some greasy shit.
100%, dude.
But 9 times out of 10, most of the most famous snitches that snitch, they
It's for a
snitch,
reason.
They
Yeah,
snitch
yeah.
because somebody did them dirty.
Yeah, like if you walk out of a place you just copped,
Yeah, it's hard to find.
you
love
don't
on the
have
street,
any
dude.
charges on your record, and they're gonna hit you off with a charge. Just eat the charge, dude. And they're like, look, we won't give you the charge if fucking, you told us who you got it from. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna be able to accept the consequences. Dude.
Well, you should.
Well,
yeah,
yeah, you
yeah, but
can
some
fuck
people
around
get
with shit like
shook.
that.
Some
Yeah.
people get shook, dude, and they're like fucking.
But that's why you need to be smart enough to distinguish
It's
those
fight or
people
flight.
from other
But those people, but that's the thing. You got to have a wicked eye for that type of shit. You got to have.
Yeah, how you gonna know who's gonna? You know what I mean? Because you might be
You don't know
wrong. You
who's
might be
loyal to
dead
you.
wrong.
You don't know who's loyal.
Like you,
to
the people you think are
how shit
loyal
goes
might not
down.
be the people
Yeah.
you are real loyal, and the people you thought would never be loyal, they might be the most loyalist motherfuckers as long as you're on a good rapport with them. You know what I mean?
People can call me an asshole. People can call me a racist.
Yeah, I'll
People
call you
can-
racist all day.
People can call me a dick and everything. But one thing all people or whatever that know me know that I am a loyal fucking person.
Oh, dude, that's it.
If you're loyal to me, if you fuck with me, and I know that you fuck with me wholeheartedly, I will go to the ends of the earth.
Oh no, I know that, dude. It's like that's just now I'm gonna like switch gears and shit, right? I'm gonna bring up the shit that with the fucking Old Dirty Boston and Tanny and fucking
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
that because like
Hold on,
yeah.
before we continue.
No,
with
no,
that,
this
That
is
was
perfect.
perfect.
Shout out Old Dirty Boston. They sent me some merch.
Yeah, check this hoodie out. That's a fucking dope
It's a dope
hoodie.
hoodie.
Dope hoodie.
Old Dirty Boston. You can go check out their Instagram page. We're gonna get them on. We're gonna get Jason on from Old Dirty Boston on the podcast soon. But check them out. Old Dirty Boston and Instagram.
Yeah, so with the Old Dirty Boston, brought up to Irish O'Neil, right? And fucking Anjan Bizwa has fucking his midlife ISIS shit, and his idea is that their whole concept of the podcast is to bring out people that don't get together. And on Old
And
Dirty,
just poke him with sticks.
I'll do it kind of in a way. Well, he's Indian. That's what they do over there. I think. I'm not sure. I'm
thought
not
they
really
threw
sure.
rocks.
I think they might. They might. I don't know Anjan. I don't know what's an Anjan. I have no idea. So what they do is right is they take two people on, and what happened was Mike Tanny is a kid
I'm
that
gonna go Boston comment.
he used to run a couple open mics, and
Cleveland Circle.
there has been some rift or something,
No,
a
it
little
wasn't a
tension.
rift. It wasn't a rift.
There's been a little rough shit. You know what I mean? So
It wasn't a rift. The white dude called me a nigga on stage, and his excuse is that I called him a nigga, so he felt like he can call me a nigga because he felt like I said it as in a term of endearment. Now the thing is, between me and Mike Tanya, I have never fucked with this dude. I've never liked him. I've told him I'm very vocal on how I feel about shit. I told him to his face I don't like him. I don't fuck with him like that.
What is it that you don't
And,
like
you know,
about Mike Tanny?
Well, he just has condescending ways. He said he does like little pokey racist shit. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he might be a racist purely, but
yeah. Dude, that's
like,
that's
he's not a Führer.
He did
but-
run his open mic like a Führer, though.
But he
did, dude. I don't know, dude. People would be elbowing like a motherfuckers trying to get to that list and shit. That was like,
he's really energetic, really like wild and wiry and shit. And the thing that I don't like about him is just like he just had this air about him. You know what I'm saying? Like he would kind of brush. He was the real dickhead. And it's not just me that felt like that. It was a bunch of other people. But in the Boston comedy scene, there's only a handful of black comedians, and we all felt like that. I'm just the one that's more vocal about the shit about how I feel. So I definitely told him how I felt. I told him I don't fuck with him like that or whatever. He called me a nigga on stage.
Oh, hold on, stop.
How
So
did he call you?
because it could
taken out of context
saying
there.
saying that sentence. He called me that doesn't necessarily define what had happened.
He said my nigga.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
yeah,
It doesn't
yeah,
matter
yeah.
what. It doesn't matter in what context it is. At the end of the day, a white man can never go on a stage on a platform and say, "That's my nigga."
Yeah, but he didn't have that planned. Somebody in the back was like, said, "Oh, that's
let
my."
me
That
tell
was
you.
him.
Let me tell you something. I was talking to Trent. I
Yeah.
said, "This nigga's crazy."
That's it.
Okay.
He said, "Who said that?"
Right.
And he said, "Oh, is that Big D? Oh, that's my nigga." Now, Mike Tanya, we don't fuck with each other.
To be fair,
It was
Mike,
like a reflex.
There is
like,
no type of
a racist reflex.
It was a racist reflex. He couldn't hold it
So
back.
let me just explain something. Now, you could
I
have
just
said
fucking
anything else. You could have chose to go in any direction.
Yeah, but
But
that's
you
the
chose-
easiest.
But you chose that. And the thing is that you're a white man. of course, your own ignorance is gonna make you look like a racist. If that makes any sense, because what happens is that he gets on the defensive.
Oh, it's a horrible argument to have. It's
took-
unwinnable. It's fucking unwinnable.
It behooves me as to why a white man would try to argue with a black
It's
man
unwinnable.
on why he's called you a nigga.
Oh no, dude! I told this kid, dude. So Mike called me, right? And we're going back to how you were saying how like you're loyal, and you know what I'm saying. Like, and I know, like, if you fuck with somebody,
And are you guys
fuck
loyal?
with somebody.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
fuck it, and you know that too.
No, I wanna hear it.
No. That's what I'm saying, right? So that's what I'm saying. So I'm talking to Mike, right? And Mike's like, yeah, this fucking dude, you know, he's fucking. And I'm like, yeah, D's mad racist. You know what I mean? He's like, what do you mean he's racist? And I'm like, dude, he says some racist shit all the time.
Yeah, are you
and he's
or
like,
are you not
yeah, but
racist?
that's besides the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's racist to a certain extent. That you know what I mean? You don't want to be like it depends on how you define racism. That's
very
the
true.
thing. Like like what we jabbing jokes is funny, but like this is like what I was like. Mike actually called me up. He called Sean up. He didn't call D up, right? He just called. Granted, he doesn't know D. Like D said, he doesn't fuck with him, right? But like Mike, because we know Mike, you know what I mean. We've known him for a long time, right? But he calls me up and he's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Mike, look, I know you're not a racist." And he's like, D says some racist shit. And I'm like, yeah, this dude's, you know, he says some, it's just, dude, I'm like, he's fucking with you. Like, and he's like, well, why? He's a douchebag. And I'm like, kinda, he's kind of a douchebag. And he's like, well, why do you hang out with him then? And I'm like, cause he's never been a fucking douchebag to me, dude. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, he's my friend. I get this. We're, you know what I mean? He knows I'm down. I know he's down. It's not a problem. Either he gets mad at me, I get mad at him. He gets mad at Sean. Oh, that's yours. I'm sorry. But it's fucking you know it's
And just to be
annoying.
just to be Cloudo, you know, for the listeners or
Cleared up.
whatever, he never called me. What he did was he hit them
did
up.
text you with some fucked up shit, right?
He texted me, and you tell me how you would take the text. He says,
Verbatim.
Mike Tanyan goes, "Wow, you're a lying dough bag and a total piece of shit. We all know you think you're special, but you're not. You're just an asshole. I hope to see you, shithead." And I was like, wow.
I mean, to be fair, you just rocked his world. You know what I mean?
and
He's like a
to
white
say-
person
and to
in
say-
Boston. You called him a racist.
So-
oh my God, how am I going to recover from this?
So to be clear, on Old Dirty Boston's Instagram live or whatever, Mike had basically was bigging me up and shouting me out. Now I had been doing the little comedy shit with Old Dirty Boston. For
This
a
is
minute.
an open mic on Zoom,
No,
right?
it's not.
yeah, it was
No,
like
it's not even
a
Mike.
show that this Old Dirty Boston puts out, and
It's
Mike
just an Instagram live from
Okay.
Old Dirty
and
Boston.
Mike happened to be on right before D, and this is after the shit already was out. You know, there was already tension.
There was already shit there, but he had just got into it with like a 16-year-old because he can't control his emotions. And
He gets
shit.
a little.
And the little 12 or 16-year-old had got under his skin, so they were asking me what was going on.
This was
And I
all happening on the live?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So they're asking me what's going on or whatever, but I'm not on the video. And they're like, well, let me see if I can get Mike in here to explain himself. Finally, Mike drops in, right? And then Mike is like, oh, you know what? I don't even want to talk about it. Just bring Big D on. He's a funny guy. You know, he's a good guy. Why don't you bring Big D on, like so we can have a laugh?
But you are, you know what I mean? Because of coming from his point of view.
Well, because he's ignorant, and he thinks that because he lived in I'm
Nah,
gonna
you
get,
can't
I'm,
say.
I'm
oh,
gonna
okay,
get into,
okay, that's a
I'm
good
gonna
point.
get into
That's
what
a
he
good
said.
point. That's a
Like,
good point.
So, you know,
Dude, I gotta take a piss so bad. It's like I do.
Go around.
I know. I'm just gonna piss. I'm gonna piss right now while I'm on camera, and I'm just gonna stare
No, the
dead
fuck
in the
you're
eyes
not.
of the
No,
camera.
you're not.
Yeah, I got a Gatorade bottle right here. Don't you tell me what I'm doing, dude. I'm just doing this right.
if you whip your dick out, it's gonna be.
You're gonna see it.
So anyway,
You just whipped. D just whipped his dick. Granted, he had it cupped and shit. He had it cupped, but me and Sean were on a Zoom together, and this dude's like, "Oh, I got no pants on. Look at my dick." Now he's getting mad at me because we're public. That's gay.
so the thing is, you know, Mike shouted me out. I get on the live, and they asked me, "How do you know Mike Tanyan?" And I said, "Look," and they asked him the same question first, and he first responded, "Oh, I know D. He's been on a few of my shows. He comes to my open mics and stuff. This, that, and third. Whoop-de-whoop." I get on there and they were like, well, how do you know Mike Tanner? I'm like, look, honestly, I don't fuck with him.
Now that's funny. That's a funny joke,
don't fuck with
especially
him.
after he was already in the shit
He
with
was
dealing
already-
with a 16-year-old.
He was already pissed
That's
off.
gold.
So I was like, look, I don't fuck with him. I don't deal with him like that. And honestly, he's kind of racist. I don't fuck with him like that. That's
like,
it.
I mean, come on.
And then he got mad, and it was like, "Well, how is he racist?" I was like, "Well, you know,
He's
he
white.
has a tendency. He has a tendency to use the N word on stage, like it's comfortable and shit. Like he called me a nigga on stage or whatever. He said it in
It's
a
like
way.
he's white, he's got red hair, and he's Irish.
Look at him.
And it's
Look
like-
at him.
But the crazy thing is, as soon as I said it, they were like, "Wow."
Well, dude, think about what you just said.
No, listen. I broke it down in context. I said, "Look, he was on stage. I said something." or
Yeah,
whatever,
but come
somebody-
on, as a
he said-
comic,
yeah,
you
but-
can't. You know what
Yeah,
I
you
mean?
can say whatever you want to say, but you got to deal with
Oh,
the
see that, and
consequences of it.
that's where I'm upset with him. Whereas, it's like, dude, just play. Oh, like,
You
go,
could've-
like you could have went this way a gazillion instead of being like, I'ma fuck you up, like don't call me a
Oh, yeah, he's
racist.
not.
It's like,
But-
whoa, slow down,
But it
kid.
goes to this, what
This
I
is
was
like
saying.
not like that.
What I was saying earlier was like, look, he thinks because, and I'm gonna tell you, this is what he said. He said, D, I've been through all type of hell in my life. You don't understand, okay? You don't fucking understand. I grew up. I lived in Fort
I
Greene.
need to say it. I need to say it.
I lived in Fort Greene, Brooklyn, the fucking Bronx. I've been around.
I
Okay?
just gotta say it.
My
You know,
first
my
wife was
first wife
Trinidadian.
Was Trinidadian.
It would have been better if she was like, I'm just a nigger.
Come on, dog. That's what I'm talking about. But you ain't gotta say it though, fam.
But there's no other way to say it.
It is a way to say it. Just don't say it at all.
Yeah, you just don't say it.
Yeah.
You know how many
but-
times I hold
You know how
back?
many times
No,
I
but
wanted
that's
to say-
funny. That's a funny.
Yeah, but you know how many
Yeah.
times.
It's a funny
yeah, but
thing
this
to
is what-
say. Like to
but
say
this
I
is-
can't say it's racist.
But this is what I'm talking. But this is where your ignorance lies. As a white man, if you say it, it just makes you look crazy.
I guess. I don't guess. I understand.
It's very
I get it. I get it.
piercing.
I know, but like it's like
It's fun
that's
to
not
say, though.
supposed to be. That wasn't
Right.
supposed to be coming out of me. That was supposed to be the joke of what he was saying. But
Right.
you know,
but
even though I
Mike-
don't think he would say
and
that.
Mike was itching.
like
He
that.
wanted to say. You can tell he wanted to say it.
That's
but
all
he-
I do every day. Like
but
when
he
I'm
gave a
smoking
body-
cigarettes, like how am I gonna say it?
But when you're a racist, you know what I'm saying? I want you to understand. When you're a racist, you do everything to try to deflect your racism by bringing up how you grew up around black people and black.
Just trying to
neighborhoods. justify your shit. Why?
but
Why? This is why I was able to call you a nigga because you know.
No, but hold on.
Hold on. I had Bishop Don Long in fucking in the South End, and you know.
Yeah,
and, you know what? If you didn't know, I helped raise a black child. That's how you smooth over the racism. You make a bunch of points
Which is
about
so
how you talk to
stupid.
every
It's so stupid.
how you talk to every white black guy in Boston. He said, I talked to Sam Mike.
Dude,
I talked to Anjan.
the whole point that
I talked to Rick
actually-
Harkness.
The whole point that Mike Tanner is even defending he's not racist is so stupid.
It's
Like, if it was
unwinnable.
me, I would just totally ignore you, dude.
Oh no, I might play along, but I try to get some satire out of the whole fucking situation.
Yeah, but that's the
because
thing.
you can't defend
You can't
it.
get mad and get
you can't defend
defensive,
it, dude. If he gets mad at me for what I just said, even though it's funny. We all know it's funny, but we're on a public fucking forum. Do you know what I mean? So I'm making D look bad because I just said it, even though that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to make a joke. If I was anybody else, do you know what I'm
But
saying?
humans in general, if you tell somebody they can't do something, 99% of the time they're gonna do it.
Oh,
or
that's-
they want to do it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So tell them like a white person or just anybody in general that you can't say that word. It's just like ah.
No,
like-
it's not. Yeah,
for
yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
people it
Oh,
is,
look at the
I'm telling
It's
you.
masks in public right now. Do you gotta wear a mask? Fuck you! I ain't wearing a mask. I'm defending my freedom. I got freedom not to wear a mask.
Now, dude, how do you feel about that word meant like that word still means bad things, but like the word has kind of changed over time.
It's changed over time for black people.
Yeah, but
No,
think
there's
about-
a whole
think about,
culture
like hip hop music.
that
Yeah, but
surrounds
Think about
it.
hip hop music in general. You constantly hear that.
So let me explain
constantly
something
hear
to
it.
you. Let me explain something
Like,
to you.
should-
It's a generational thing. You feel what I'm saying? Most of the people that you're going to hear use the word nigga or whatever are black Spanish. Black and Spanish.
Yeah,
That's it. You don't hear
Asian.
Indian. You don't hear,
I hear Asians.
Asians.
Yeah,
You,
I see
you,
it.
street Asians.
and popular
The
culture.
ID.
Dude, who the fuck is Asian that has a popular fucking culture song?
And K-pop, son.
Oh yeah, that's somewhere else though. They don't
No,
even
but
have.
this
Do
is
they
what
have
I'm
black
talking
people
about.
over
I'm
there?
not talking about
I
the
don't know,
hood.
in Korea,
In the hood, everybody says nigga if you from the streets.
That's what I'm saying. Even white people. Even white people, if you're in the hood, if you
Some.
I'm not saying all
Some.
people do it. I'm not saying Chad
There's
and
very
fucking
few.
Brian is showing up like, hey,
It's very
fucking,
few.
hey,
It's
man,
very-
Eminem hasn't said it yet.
Dude, no, not on fucking record.
It's
Not
very
on
few.
record, dude.
You know, Eminem's like in
It's
his
not
house.
few.
Eminem's probably just like in his house, just like, oh, dude, you know how
Eminem
much-
grew up in a whole different era. He's not gonna
Eminem
say
ain't
it.
putting it on record, dude.
He grew
And
up in a different era. He's not gonna say it. You
Oh,
remember the white dude from?
Stop it.
You remember the white dude?
You're telling me that's never graced his lips? Get the
Pretty
fuck
sure-
out of
pretty
here,
sure it
dog.
is.
Stop. Come on.
But it's not ever gonna
Yeah.
come. Listen, some white people are respectful, Kenny.
yeah.
I just want you to
There's
understand,
nothing
like, it's
disrespectful
like
about
crazy.
that. There's
It
nothing-
is though. It is. If you didn't grow up in the culture, if you wasn't around, like for instance, my man, hold on, hold on,
they
hold on.
can be
my
something.
Man,
I'm
Lex,
not trying to say it's never.
My man Lex is white, but at the same time, he grew up in the projects with us.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
We share the same struggle.
Right.
It's something totally.
You were the
different.
same people.
Right. It's something totally
So
different.
does Lex get a pass? What's going on here?
He did at that
Lex-
time.
with me,
Okay,
with,
yeah,
with
yeah,
me
yeah,
when
yeah.
I'm with him, like,
Yeah,
and we
because
just
he doesn't
talking
look
and
at
shit,
him like he's white. He looks at him
He's
like
black.
he's somebody else. Like not somebody else. Like you know,
He's my brother.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
He's my
So
brother.
it transcends that.
It's something
You
totally
know, there's
different.
that's in.
That's my
But that's
brother.
where I'm coming from. You
Yeah, but
understand?
that's the
like
thing. That's the thing.
there's no-
ain't too many white people walking around like, oh, that's my brother over there.
No, but not only that,
a- and then-
but I bet Lex would never make an off-color joke about black people.
No, hell no.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
You know
no,
why?
no,
You know
what I'm
no,
saying?
because he'd
You
be
know
making
why?
an off-color joke about himself.
yeah,
And
but-
That's
yeah,
why.
Exactly.
That's why.
So and the thing is I understand what Mike was trying to say, but what pissed me off is that he feels that every black person is like every black person he grew up
Right, and that's not
That's
the
not the
case.
case.
yeah.
Just
I
like
grew up in a different era. Like I was born in Boston, but I was raised in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying?
you've
Like,
probably seen racism
learned-
way
we
different
learned-
than we did.
black,
Yeah,
you know
but
what
we
I mean?
learned about our culture. We learned about a lot of different shit. We seen plantations and shit like that.
And you
So-
dealt with real racism.
no,
No,
the
you
real
deal with real racism,
The real
yeah.
No,
racism.
but I know,
I
but
deal
real
with is up
racism.
here.
Not that I've ever-
down
The
south.
real
I bet it's
racism I deal with is up here.
more than down there. Really?
No, dude. Like
Because down
Chappelle
south,
had that bit. Like
because
that was
down
out in the
south,
open.
I
You know?
know where people stand. I
That.
know that they hate black people over here. I know I don't need to be at this Piggly Wiggly. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
Up here, it's a little bit different. Now,
So,
it's
like,
not going to be open.
sneaky.
Oh,
and it's
yeah,
just sneaky
yeah,
and
okay,
shit.
yeah.
And then I got to deal with it in different ways.
Maybe 'cause
Why the
it's-
fuck
it's
they
just
ain't bring
more
my fucking
congested out
Hennessy
here.
yet, man? Like, why? Why
Right,
ain't they bring my fucking Hennessy yet?
What is it?
Why the fuck
Everybody else at this table got a drink, but I don't have my Hennessy.
so I can't get a cab in Brighton? The fuck is going on?
And that's what bothers me with having to fucking tell other white people when they start to like the Aubrey shooting, right? Like the just now with I know it's like going, but it's on the same page. It's like the kid was jogging through a neighborhood. These two white dudes like that's a dude that robbed somebody, and they go shoot him, right? And then
Meanwhile, there hasn't been any robberies in the neighborhood in a while.
I don't know the statistics.
No, I seen it. I seen it.
This is what bothers me is that people will try to come up with fucking statistics and fucking things on white people. So you're gonna be like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like you don't, no, these fucking. It's just like what the fuck? Like see, it gets.
So you're getting tired of having to defend the white race from bad apples. Is that what you're saying?
I feel like I get lumped in stereotypically, but that I feel like I shouldn't have to defend black people to these white. It's like what the fuck is wrong with you that you don't get it? Like how don't you get that? Look, I understand. Look, I don't feel like I have white. Like I don't feel like I've ever been privileged. I've been working with my hands my whole life. Yet, like even though I don't like a cop behind me, I don't think I'm gonna get shot by one for no fucking reason, or shot by my neighbor. I don't think I'm gonna get shot by my neighbor because for jogging. So and there's still there's still white people today that don't understand that, and I'm not trying to be like a fucking white knight, like fucking like yo. No,
talk your shit.
No, it just gets fucking annoying, like to fucking have that to be just to be with somebody. Like, do you really think that? Like, do you really Do you really like? Are you and that's. But I'll
But
still drop an N-bomb. You know, like just you know what I mean. It's just because I feel like it's such
You
a.
lost me there.
I know I'm an asshole. I had to go. I was going for the
You had
cheap
me,
one.
and
I know. I always do it. I always do it.
He's a fucking freedom fighter. He's a
I always
Quaker.
do it. I
He's
always
an
do it.
abolitionist, and then you
I
just
always
come
do
out of
it.
left
Well,
field with
because
bullshit.
because I feel like I'm all those same things, but now we're talking free speech, and I feel like free speech, it's all on the same spot.
This is what I.
You know what I mean?
This is the thing that this is what I don't want to happen. I don't want it to be where, oh, you can't say this, you can't say that. Mike, and to anybody else out there, you can say whatever the fuck it is that you
but
want.
deal with it better. What are you doing?
But just understand, if you're going to say whatever it is that you say, stand on that shit 10 toes. You feel what I'm saying? And for you guys that don't know what 10 toes means, I'm going 10 toes down.
I got
feel
10
what I'm saying?
toes.
I got 10. I'm good.
So you just
My shit ain't even a web too.
Whatever it is you say, you just claim it 10 to you just stay 10 toes down with your shit. The shit that I don't respect about Mike is that you say the shit or whatever, you try to smooth it over by saying you had a Trinidadian wife, you raised the black kid.
And then you say it again.
You go, hold on.
Yeah, but it's just because he's street.
Yeah, but
you
no,
know what I
no,
mean?
but
It's
it's not-
just,
but it's not
he's a
that- it's
fucking,
not that.
he's
He's ignorant.
poor.
He's
He is
ignorant.
because he's poor and ignorant. You
He's
know what I
very
mean? He's not
ignorant.
like, he's smart as shit in some ways. Like he's very intelligent when you talk to Mike.
No, he's
like,
dumb. He's dumb.
In some aspects, yes. I just saw what happened. He went right to rage. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just like that's a bad. You know, control that shit,
Let me
dude.
explain something to you, man. And this
But
might-
you're putting him in a bad spot. I feel. You know what I mean?
as a black man,
But
I'm
he did
supposed
put-
to.
Yeah.
He feels like it's
That's
slander.
my job. That's my duty. When I see a white guy
Yes.
that can't handle
feel
his
ya.
fuck, if I see a
Yeah.
white guy that can't handle his fucking emotions, and on top of that, you saying the N word,
Right.
I'm going to exploit that and use that to the best of my ability to point out the simple fact that this ain't like. Don't think that I get out here every night or whatever, and I just got to deal with jokes or assholes. I got to deal with a motherfucker that's gonna say nigga on stage and he feels comfortable with it.
Dude, my
No,
joke
but I'm
is
saying-
solid.
hold on.
Where I said, and I,
But listen. But I don't want you to shoot yourself in the foot right now.
I'm
So
not,
please
and
don't.
I appreciate it. I
So,
love it.
so
I
what
love
I'm
it.
saying to you is like, Mike, you can say whatever the fuck it is you want to say. That's all in good. But just stand on what you say. And this goes to anybody else. What you do on stage, what you project on stage, that's what people are going to perceive of you. That's what they're going to look at you as. When Mike said to me, your whole act is shitting on white people, you're right. And I stand 10 toes down on that
It's
shit.
probably like 90% of black comics.
But is it funny?
Yeah.
That's all that
That's all
matters.
that matters.
Yeah,
That's the fucking bottom line.
you know, and the
is
crazy-
if it's funny.
And the crazy thing is what I appreciated about that, the silver lining that I got from that conversation was that I need to flip my jokes. And I've been talking about this for a minute. And I have one joke where I specifically go into white
Yeah.
shit to do. And I'm going to flip that joke because I know that there's white guys out there that get tired of hearing that shit. And they want to know if they went to their therapist and their therapist told them to go out and do some black shit. What black shit could possibly happen?
Oh, I'm not even gonna say anything.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to say a bunch of shit.
Oh no,
But-
I'm not right now. I could say a bunch of shit. I'm just not. It's probably not the right move.
And I appreciate that, brother.
But you know, it's just like Joe. Like I had Joe. You know, I do. I love playing that. I love playing on that line. The line is the you know.
But how you were saying you call him out there? You know what's so weird and awkward? Like you ever like I remember one job I had like just like you like one-on-one with like another like white person, right? And then it's like, oh, these fucking spics.
Oh, that's brutal.
And like they expect you to agree with them.
Yeah,
It's just like,
no.
Yeah, but
No.
this is
And,
what
like,
this
do you
is what
call
goes-
them out there? And
Yeah, you call
Yeah,
them.
kinda.
ruin
Like, I'll
your
throw-
job, ruin your job.
No, but
ruin
I'll
your
throw
relationship.
like a something to know that I'm not on the
This is
same
what
page
Kenny
as
would
them.
do. Stop.
Maybe.
Stop. You hate Spanish people, but you love burritos. Stop.
That could be something that I would do. You know, it's just to try to like diffuse the situation because it's like, what are you fucking talking about?
That's another thing. It must be hot to eat all the
But
food.
because I like trying to flip it on, I like trying to flip it on people when they come out of one way, and you're like, why do you think like that? And then you give them a different way to think, and if they could think like,
Yeah.
oh,
See, to
you
me,
know what I
I'm
mean?
just hard with the confrontation like that. I'm not just gonna be like.
So
"Eh."
you just go.
Oh, I will argue.
So you one
I
of them.
love to.
I just don't.
Oh, so you one of them?
I just shrug it off. Yeah. What am I gonna do? Call him out?
I mean,
I don't-
I've done both in my life.
If,
you know what I
if-
mean?
if-
100%.
If it's happening to someone, then yes, I'll call them out on it. But if it's just like a one-on-one conversation, and he's like, this and that.
Oh no,
it's like,
I'll tell. Like, yeah.
I just don't engage into it. You know what I
Right,
mean? And then
right,
I know
right.
where that person stands.
No,
you know?
but dude, if it keeps hopping, I'm like, could
yeah.
you just shut
Yeah,
the
can you
fuck up
stop-
because
yeah,
you
that's
sound like an
another thing.
asshole.
Just stop
Like
the
you
shit, yeah.
sound like an asshole
white people's
right
favorite
now,
shit.
But
and I
it's
just
cra-
can't do it.
It's funny
I
though
can't
how
do
like
it.
some white people like they just feel comfortable and they just expect you to be down with them.
Oh, it's
like,
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's weird.
It's
It's
nuts.
awkward.
It's
I love this kid.
Oh my god.
It's weird.
Wow. Well, this goes into our first segment of the podcast. We don't have that much time left, so we're gonna get into this segment right here, and this is our relationship portion of the segment, brought to you by Mike Tanya.
It's brought to you by Buffalo.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Bitch, I'm flowing straight from the survival scroll. Cut that bitch off.
Yo, this is our first segment right here. Ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to talk my shit real quick, straight from the motherfucking survival scrolls. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk my shit. But look, fellas, stop. Listen, these women out here are dying to play you like a sucker. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in that bullshit. You don't want to be charged off like no fucking sucker. Do you? Now I know a lot of you niggas got your coronavirus checks, right?
Stimulus.
Stimulus checks, and you ready to just get shit off. But shorty is out there like, nigga, I need all that fucking money. Give me all of that money. And then your dumb ass give it up.
You gonna let it take it?
You need to be slapped, man. You need to be slapped. You need to grow some nuts and stop letting that shit happen. Not only that, you gotta have confidence in yourself, man. If you have confidence in yourself and you're able to think highly of yourself, there's no way you could let a funky bitch walk over you like
And
that.
bitches like confidence.
Bitches love confidence. They love some confidence, man. If you a fat nigga, you walking around here or whatever, but you got some confidence, ooh, ain't shit gonna kill you. Coronavirus ain't touching you, baby. Cause you got confidence. You got swagger. You feel what I'm saying? You got swagger, Sean?
I got tons of swagger.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Kenny, you
you
got-
ever see the way I walk?
Yeah, right.
I mean, it depends. I look at
you
it.
got swagger?
Some days.
So what we're talking today about is basically for cut that bitch off. I just want to talk about confidence real quick, and stop being suckers when it comes to these women, man. You got to have confidence, man. You got to know that your shit is the shit. If you come in 30 seconds or whatever, act like that's the best fucking 30 seconds of her life.
It's pretty
You feel what
good.
I'm saying? You gonna put in that work. Make sure you put in that motherfucking pain. If you gonna work in McDonald's, work that shit to the best of your abilities. Get as much hours as you
Work
can.
overtime.
Overtime. Get as much hours as you can. Bring home as many
Time and a
chickens as
half.
you can.
Bags
But
of chicken nuggets.
Never be afraid to cut that bitch off. All right?
But then you be coming home smelling like French fries.
Right. So that has been cut that bitch off. It's a new segment here in the Gutter Podcast, and we'll keep coming with more fire.
Gutter.
What are we talking about here? We got I think this has been a crazy episode.
It's been good.
It's really
Good talk.
Really good. We
Good talk. Enjoy doing this shit. Love this shit. I need another drink. I'm not
I
gonna.
think it goes
I'm not
both
gonna
ways.
go
Though.
break.
I mean, like I
With the
find-
women?
I find a woman more attractive if she's confident.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I would hope so,
So it's not
Sean.
just one way
I would
or
hope you weren't
Yeah,
just
but-
like, you pitiful piece of shit. Why don't you come over here and suck my dick?
Yeah, but women with confidence can come off.
Well,
as
some
bitches.
people prey on the weak.
They
you
could,
know?
they could. Some people do. Some people do.
Oh my fucking god!
I didn't spit. Did I
Yes, the
spit?
fuck you did.
Play it back. We got that.
You can see the spit in slow mo. The micro. It
was a tooth. Lost a tooth.
Microbiology.
It was just some. It was
Micro
some.
droplets.
It was some fucking coronavirus fucking assassin just fucking coming at him.
Are we doing? You gotta be kidding me today.
No, I didn't bring up anybody.
All right.
I like the drop, but we'll focus on it. You know what I mean? I was trying to fucking.
Well, you got to be kidding me. Segments. That's just gonna be us ripping on some comic, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna rip on somebody
We're
that
gonna
is just
review
like.
some of the material, and we're just gonna rip on them.
Not that we're killers, but some of the shit is suspect, right?
Speak for yourself.
Some
man.
questionable. I kill sometimes.
Oh, you killed. You
I kill. I
definitely
know. I know. I appreciate it.
I'm wanted-
I'm wanted for
appreciate it.
murder in
You
New
better
Hampshire.
than Mike Tanner.
I've, you know,
Yeah.
I mean,
He doesn't have hair like Mike Tannian.
No, I don't got those. I don't got that Jerry curl and shit. I got
Those
that
Goldie-
soul glow,
those
baby.
Goldilocks.
Get that soul glow.
It's that Trini hair.
That's a Trinidadian. Straight coconut butter.
Straight, yeah. Whatever the fuck
Shit,
that
I was when he brought that up. I was waiting
oil.
for someone to be like, "Okay, Mike, well, what happened to her?" Like he's like, "I killed her." She's
I couldn't be with that bitch. She was
I
black.
have her in a jar on my shelf.
Nah, he said he raised the black child. I said, did she call you daddy or master? I don't know what the fuck is going on in that house. Why
Is that
did she
Jewish?
leave? Like, why did she leave you, dude? Like, what the fuck?
It was like Master Daddy.
How many? I would like to know how many wives. Like, that
he's
was the,
had?
that was the first one.
Oh, yeah, it was the first one.
So like, well, how many?
I know you said
He can't-
first.
Oh, dude, I was tough, dude. Like, our buddy got out of prison, and he was at his girl's house, and I was like, "You just got out of prison? You're at your girl's house?"
He can't.
I was like, "I'm out here on the street. I got nothing." Like, if I thought the coronavirus was gonna be like a thing, I might have tried a little harder to get a little in-house pussy. You know what I mean? Like, just like a little bit.
I know. I felt like
You know what I mean?
OkCupid and Tinder's like dead right now.
I mean, I'm sure
The
people are
dating sites?
fucking. I'm sure people are
It's
fucking.
lit.
Yeah.
Is it really?
I'm on there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm single, man.
You going
So I'm out
places?
there, yeah.
All right, we'll get it.
Anyway,
I know. I feel like
I
people would be
know.
more reluctant to
No,
meet
I
up
feel
with
like
people.
everybody wants to fuck right now.
There's just probably people talking on there, maybe doing like.
I don't want to do that
phone
shit.
calls
I don't want to do that.
That-
I don't want to do. I can't do that. I don't have time. I got too much fucking
Yeah.
shit to do.
and wait for the coast is clear. No
Yeah.
corona.
I'm gonna get fucking roofied, Cosby'd at a show. Wake up in Mexico.
we'll see.
I've never been. Have you?
No.
I've never been roofie. No.
Who's gonna roofie you? If I get a roofie, I'm not gonna waste it on you. I'll fuck you anyway.
I was like, all they're gonna do is flick him and
I don't
shit.
think I'm that hot, anyways.
They're gonna pluck him in the head. He's gonna be knocked out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste some
Shut the
drugs
fuck
on
up.
you. I don't even know if they'll work. They probably won't even work on you.
You probably won't. I probably got a crazy tolerance. Can't knock this motherfucker out. I was like, well, I do 10
They
of
choose to
them
give him
right now.
fucking 10 roofies. Just when am I gonna fuck this kid?
Then they give me cocaine. I just fall asleep.
Bad business.
That's
Well,
that's like a reverse.
that was a dope episode 106.
106
man.
babies.
And we'll see if we can hit you guys back on the next one. We are out this bitch. I am Big D.
Kenny Capozzi.
And Sean Sorrow. Check us out on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube.
Like, subscribe, show your friends.